What's up YouTube? So today I'm going to put down some spread rock. I've got a 24 by 12 pad and I've only got enough coverage for a 15 by 12. But I think I'm going to cut it off at the stairs maybe. I don't know. I'm going to see how this looks, how I like it, how it holds up. And if we feel like finishing the rest, then we'll do it. But for now, I'm just going to get the part done where all the chairs are going on and the fire pit and all that stuff. But yeah, today we're gonna slap it down. So just another word of advice, if you're gonna get the spread rock, make sure that you get the attachment to go on your drill so that you can actually stir this correctly. It's a whole lot easier. I just picked up a piece of rebar and stirred, which it worked fine, but I had to put a lot more muscle into it. Had I had a drill with an attachment, it probably would have been a lot easier. All right, now that I got a workout for the morning, let's get started. Okay, so it took me 10 years to get the lid off anyways to stir this spread rock, but then I got the lid on, then I had to pop the little cap open. I started to pour this stuff out little by little from the top lid, but it was not working. I was not getting enough product. It would have took forever, and the bucket was extremely heavy. So I just took the lid off in the end and started to pour a lot more. I don't know if I did this too thick, if I did this too thin, but I thought, with the first experience using the little bucket, I started doing this, and we did not have a trowel. We actually had the wrong squeegee and started to do it. It was not working. It was coming out way too thin because obviously it was just not the right material. But now that I have a trowel, it's going on pretty smooth and it's going on thicker. And at first I was really timid with this product. I did not know how to use it. I still really don't know how to use it. But I figured out that I was definitely making it too thick. And then I kind of got in the groove of it and I started to do it. The worst part about this entire project is the fact that I could not get it smoothed out. I couldn't get all of my stuff smoothed out. I'll just have you guys know that I try to be 100% candid on social media these days. Like, I'm not gonna fake it. I'm not gonna make you think that I'm doing this correctly or that I've got this down pat, that everything's perfect. Because normally when I do a project, especially to this size, there's gonna be a lot of things happening. There's gonna be a lot of mistakes, especially when it's the first time I'm using a product, okay? It's something that I've never done before. So there's going to be plenty of mistakes in my videos. I'm not going to hide any of that from you guys. You're going to see how much money this cost us in the end because, I didn't really have this planned out like I thought I did. If you're looking into this project, make sure you invest in a squeegee trowel. It made it probably a whole lot easier for these other guys here on YouTube. For me, I did not go buy one, so I'm reaping what I sow. So that was a mad workout. If you do spread rock for a living, I feel for you, although you're probably way better than I am and faster and more efficient, and it looks more professional in the end. I used a 3-gallon bucket, okay, and it said that it would cover a 15 by 12 pad at least. No, it probably covered 12 by 8, okay, and that was, some places are pretty thick, probably, but there's a lot of sparse areas that I did not even get covered, so there's a little bit of holes throughout here. But 15 by 12, I do not see this stuff spreading that far unless it's like paper thin and you can still see the floor underneath it completely, because that's crazy. But it's on there. I put some tape and I'm about to peel it up just because I wanted a stopping point. And the chairs and the fire pit are gonna go right here. You can see all of my trowel marks because this stuff is pretty difficult. I would say I would probably rather work with concrete just because it's runnier. This stuff is really, really thick. So it goes on like a booger, but you know, you can texture this, I guess. You could probably make it look like it has trowel marks in it, whatever. I really don't think with the chairs and the fire pit over top of this, it's gonna be a big deal. But like I said in previous videos, the whole purpose of this was so that we could hang out here and kids could play in the water right here and not slip and fall and split their heads open on the concrete. That was the whole purpose of this, pretty much. I thought, yeah, I would make it look a lot nicer out here, but in the end game, I really don't think it's gonna make that big of a deal. The rest of this patio that's still got paint on it and stuff, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. We'll do something else, because this spread rock, I would have to have 4 buckets, and these buckets are $150 a piece. So this is probably a pretty expensive project in the end if you do it all right. But at this point, I have no interest in spending that kind of money. So we're just gonna split it up like this, figure out something for the rest of the patio, because all of our cooking stuff is on this side anyways, and we're always like sliding it around and whatnot. So the spread rack may not be the best option for this part of it anyways. I'm gonna touch up a few places around the poles and stuff with a little trowel or whatever, so that they'll be covered around the poles at least, and it'll look a lot nicer. There's a lot of areas I didn't get, guys. If you're looking into a project like this, which after watching this video you probably won't, but invest in a trowel squeegee. That might have got me a little further than using a hand trowel, but dang, get the squeegee. All right, so you can see the sparse areas where it just didn't cover as thick. I should have overlooked it, but really you couldn't see it until you got way down the road, because I did this in a different lighting about 2 hours ago. Now the lighting has changed, so I can see the areas that I didn't get, which really stinks. But I have some leftover spread rock in that little bucket over there, so I'm gonna try to go back over some of this once it dries a little bit more. But I obviously cannot step on this, so I'm gonna have to wait till it dries. Now, since that's drying, I've got to do a second coat of sheetrock mud on my little hole that I patched the other day. The thin set is poking through, so I don't have a thick enough coat of mud. I just sanded it, so I'm gonna put another coat of sheetrock mud, and then tomorrow maybe I'll be able to sand it and paint it again.